Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need your props like your bolsters and your blocks. Just come into a comfortable seated position. Try to settle in. Do not try too hard. Just allow. Keep your eyes closed. Soften the gaze inwards. Soften your cheeks. Soften the mouth, the tongue. Soften the neck. Soften the tissues of your chest, of your belly. Soften the tissues throughout your back. Soften your arms, your hands. Soften your belly, the groin, the buttocks, the thighs, the calves, the feet. Instead of trying, instead of striving, just focus on being. A lot of times we cannot control what arises, like our emotions, what enters and exits our minds, our thoughts. What we can control is what we choose to do with those thoughts, with those feelings. We can always exercise free will. We don't always have to be a helpless victim to circumstance and the situation. We can always create better stories by each present moment. That will make up a good future. Ideally, we fully live each present moment, so there's no need to regret. There's no need to constantly have that feeling of wanting to revise. We start it right the first time. Once we're also able to live the present moment, we have this feeling of adding time and life to our years. We always just focus on the numbers, how many birthdays, how many years. But how much of those birthdays and years did we truly live in the present moment? You've been spending close to 5 minutes now of awareness, mind awareness, heart awareness, body awareness. This mindfulness is what we will practice in the next hour. We'll start by coming into our first pose, placing the soles of our feet in front of us. You can choose to place props under the knees. It can be blocks, bolsters. You can choose the lowest height. It can be the middle height. And then kindly grab a prop And then try to separate your feet and place that prop in between the soles of your feet. So it can be a block, you can choose the height, it can be the tallest height, it can be the middle height, it can be the shortest height. You can even add props, place those props on top of your block and just allow your spine to round as you fold forward. You don't need to pull, you don't need to push. Just slowly come down, relaxing your hands and arms beside you, and just supporting your body, supporting your forehead, feeling the release of tension in the whole back of your body. Feeling how this opens up the tissues of your inner legs. Continue to notice and feel. Continue to just be aware. Each moment that we live is very, very precious, because each moment that we live is scarce. We only pass through this exact moment in time once in a lifetime. Each experience is different, and we will experience things in a different way, with a different body, with a different mind, because each moment we are growing, each moment we are changing, and we notice these changes as we are fully in the present moment. We can observe how much more conscious we are. We can feel the progress in our body, the space. And as we get to know our body, we will also notice the tightness, the open-close quotation defects. And we reconcile with these defects. We make peace with the imperfections of our body and our life. And instead of dwelling on what we don't have, how can we focus more and appreciate what we have? Our ability to breathe without needing any life support. The strength of our heartbeat, our beautiful skin, our functioning body parts, the variety of emotions that add to the richness of life experience. Imagine the dullness of a robotic life. Imagine the joy, the flavor, the color of our life with all of these human emotions that we feel and that we allow other people to feel as well. Slowly take an inhale, and we'll use our hands to slowly push our body to come up. We'll place our hands behind us. We'll lean back. You can puff the chest up. You can even drop the head back if that feels good. Feel your weight on your arms and hands. Feel where you can inject softness, introduce this tenderness. Imagine this practice tenderizing our body, tenderizing our hearts, tenderizing our minds, so we are open-minded, soft-hearted, and flexible in our body. You can remove that prop in between your feet and then gently step the feet as wide as you can, and then just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Slowly now, can you walk the left foot under the right leg, and then can you swing that right leg over the left? We come into what we call a shoelace pose. Notice how we're bringing our hips, our legs into this internal rotation. See if your sit bones are firmly rooted on the mat. See if your feet are soft, your legs are soft. You're going to allow your spine to round as we fold forward, and then we're going to rest again our head. You can add props. You can make your props as high as they can be. You can use bolsters, blocks. Slowly come down on your hands, maybe on your forearms. You don't need to pull, you don't need to push. There's no effort of doing, no striving, just being. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no attachments to any outcome. Just accept what arises, just observe, just be here with yourself in this practice, learning from your inner wisdom, listening to your body. The learning comes from within, not really from the teacher. The teacher facilitates and maybe helps draw out what is already within. Everything that we need is usually within us. We are the experts of our life. That is what makes our life very precious. That we and only we have this exact life experience. There are billions of people around the world, but everyone has their own biography and biology. There is no two exact people that go through the exact experience. It may be similar, but not exactly the same. Sometimes we have this urge to copy others, to be like others. But imagine if we can be ourselves fully. Can you inhale? And slowly we'll prop ourselves up. We'll gently come up. And then you can place your hands behind you. You can lean back. Just allow yourself to rest for a few moments. Allow yourself to rebound. Allow your spine to release. And then when you're ready, we'll gently untangle our legs, stepping our feet as wide as we can. And then windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Just remove the props. We'll slowly swing our legs back. We'll come into our all fours. And then we'll step our right foot in front of us, coming into our dragon. You can move your left knee as far back as you can, just to feel that stress in front of your left hip. So now we're opening up the front of our hips, targeting different sides of our thighs. If you want to, you can grab a block, place it under the right thigh for support. Just make sure that it's not touching any tender parts of your groin. If you want to, you may also place a bolster in front of your left thigh. Now you can stay here if you're feeling this already. If you're feeling that stretch in front of your left thigh, just make sure that your left knee is not directly under the left hip, so that the weight does not go all on your left knee. You can grab 2 blocks if you have. You can place your hands on those blocks to try to lift yourself higher. Or if you want to, you can come up and place your hands on top of your right thigh. Just relax here. I know it's not a comfortable pose, but maybe that block under the right thigh would help you quiet your mind and tend your heart. Will help you be able to open up your heart and be willing to embrace emotions as they come. Watch thoughts with an open mind and feel the sensations with your body. Feel what is good. Feel what is uncomfortable. Offer up this sacrifice to people you love, the people who need healing energy. And maybe as we heal ourselves in this practice, we can also direct healing energies all around the world where healing is very much needed. Physical healing, emotional healing, relationship healing, social healing. On your next breath, you can slowly descend, place your hands on your mat, and then gently remove the props from under you. And then can you slowly just walk your right foot towards the left side And then we'll extend our legs so that we can lie down on our back. We can rest and rebound from this pose. Excuse me, Pepper. Vertebrae by vertebrae, lie down. Feel the release. There's that feeling of fragility and vulnerability after each Yin Yoga pose. And then we rest and allow Qi to flow, healing to take place. When you're ready, can you step the feet on your mat, and then we'll windshield wiper our knees from side to side. And when your knees come down on the right side, we'll come into a fetal position, placing your head on your right arm. And when you're ready, use your left hand to slowly push your body and come up. This time we walk the right foot under the left, and we try to bring that left leg over the right. So we will come into our shoelace pose with the left leg on top of the right this time. So if there's space in between your knees and you need to support your knees with a pillow, please feel free to do so. You can also lean on your hands so that you can create space to try to root your sit bones on the mat. And then please try to grab your props. It can be a block. It can be more props. As we fold forward gently, allowing our spine to round. Come down on our forearms. We rest our forehead on the block. Just let go. Just release. Try to relax and don't put a fight. Don't resist. Just surrender and fully feel the moment. Everything that comes with it, internally, externally, honoring our external life, and also acknowledging our internal life. All of these make up the present moment as it happens and as we place meaning into it. Many times it's not exactly the events that determine the quality of our life, but the meaning that we place on those events. The same event can draw out the best in someone or the worst in someone. The same event can make someone better. It can also make another person bitter. The same event could break a certain person apart, or it can break another person open to be something better, someone who they are meant to be. Take an inhale. We'll use our hands, walk the hands closer to you, and place the hands behind you. Just lean back, release the spine. Notice the stress on the hips. Notice how you worked very deep into your hips. And then when you're ready, we'll step our left foot on the side. Step the right foot as well, as wide as it can be, so that we can windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And when you're ready, we'll come into our all fours with the hips above the knees, shoulders above the hands. And we'll step the left foot in between our hands. You can place a bolster in front of the right thigh as a guide as well, so that you can move your right knee further back. And then grab another prop, place it under the left thigh. Of course, you may adjust. You may add props. You can reduce the props. Just adjust based on how you feel or how you want to feel in this present moment. You can grab two props, place it under the hands. You can choose the props. It can be the lowest height, it can be the middle height, it can also be the tallest height. Or if you want to, you can place your hands on top of the left thigh. A lot of times our brain is hyperactive, not only when we're awake, but also when we are asleep. So it's good to release tension from our body, try to relax our brain, try to find ways to quiet our brain. We don't have to live with the burden of an overactive mind. Try to rest the mind. Most of us have a lot of those negative voices, the self-talk speaking within us, that stay in our head and make our hearts so heavy. These negative thoughts are very, very destructive in how we live our lives. These negative energy blocks prevent the unlimited energy that we have within to flow, that unlimited happiness and freedom that we can tap into. Just relax, just feel the energy flow, feel the stress, the tension, the release in front of your right thigh. Try to relax your face, try to relax the shoulders. Just notice and feel how we're able to improve circulation on all parts and sides of your thighs and hips. Slowly, we'll descend our hands, our body. We'll remove the props that we used. We'll set them aside. We'll walk our left foot towards the right side so that we can straighten our legs, and then vertebrae by vertebrae we'll make our way to lie down on our back. Rest our legs, our hips, our arms beside us. Feel the bones of your body heavy. Feel the pull of gravity. Can you gently step your feet on the mat, and then we'll windshield wiper our knees from side to side. Notice the weakening on the hips, how it feels really good. Signs that we have been able to target the tissues that are underutilized. Now slowly, can you lift your hips? So you're stepping your feet on the mat, you lift your hips up. Can you transfer your hips to the left side? Can you make sure that both of your buttocks are touching the mat? Both of your butt cheeks. Can you kindly extend your legs to the lower right side of your mat? You can cross your left ankle over the right leg. Can you bring your arms up and overhead, and your right hand grabs the left wrist, points your arms, points your legs to the right side. Feel the space on the left side of your body. And just try to relax your face. Try to relax your neck. Try to introduce softness to your body. And then notice, bring awareness to the tugging, the stress on the outer left thigh, the IT band. We've been trying to apply stress first on the inner legs, and then our glutes, and then the front of our thighs, and this time the sides of our thighs. It's important to open up the hips. Most of us, our hips get too tight. Our hips are one of the most used parts of our body, but also where there are huge concentration of connective tissues that result in a lot of stagnation. And the thing is, when we develop tightness on the hips, the next joints compensate for it. The spine or the knees. And that's the reason why we want to open up the hips and why we want to try to stretch and stress the tissues along our thighs. Feel the circulation. This should feel really good, especially if you're practicing this in the morning, starting your day. Just relax here, and when you're ready, we'll gently bring our arms back to center, followed by our legs. Can you bring your arms beside you? Can you bend your knees and hug the knees to your chest? And then can you step your feet on the mat? Take an inhale. Can you lift your hips up and transfer it over to the right side? Can you gently extend your legs to the lower left side? You may cross the right ankle over the left. And can you bring your arms up and overhead, and the left hand grabs the right wrist. Try to extend vertically and towards the left side. Make sure that both of your buttocks are touching the mat. Make sure that the butt cheeks are flat on the mat. This is key to a very good banana sana shape. And then notice the space on the right side of your body. Notice the lengthening of the tissues on the right side, the stretch perhaps on the organs on the right side of our body. And then notice how we're compressing the tissues on the left side, which we lengthened earlier. Try to relax. Try to release any unnecessary gripping, unnecessary tension. Just soften. Just feel. Just cherish this moment. A lot of times we tend to wait for what happens in life, wait and see. How can we be more proactive to make ourselves happen in this life? Just like our body, wherein we can develop flexibility and improve our range of motion, our mind is also malleable, it's stretchable. We can develop skills as needed, we can adapt, we can grow. We see through generations the human race has gone through a lot of unfortunate wars, calamities, and we just constantly evolved. There have been quite a few or a lot of plagues that have endangered human lives. And the human will has managed to find cures, to rise up again. So just observe yourself, how through the years you have also evolved, you have grown. Give yourself credit. A lot of times we undervalue our contributions. We undercredit ourselves for all our efforts, for all those times we have showed up. We have tried. Everything in our past has contributed to who we are now. We have evolved, and we will constantly evolve and grow. We remind ourselves that the best of our lives is still ahead of us. It's not behind us. The best is yet to come. Slowly bring the arms back to center. Slowly allow the legs to come back to center as well. You rest here in a straight line. Feel our body rebound. Feel our mind settle. Feel that clarity, that calmness, that serenity. Can you please bend your knees and hug the knees to your chest? We're going to come into a reclined twist, coming down on our right side. Props usually help. You can do this slowly. You can stack as many props as you need under the legs, in between the knees. You can move your hips to the left as you slowly bring your legs down to the right side. Arms can be out like a letter T or up and overhead. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder. Notice the space on the left side of your body. Notice the massage happening in your digestive system with every breath. Notice the position of your legs. If you need more support, if you want to make the knees higher or lower, notice the changes in the position of the spine. Just try to relax. Try to cultivate the loving, caring, compassionate parts of you. We have a choice in life. We can use our body as instruments of good or bad. We can use our mouth to do or say good things or bad things. We can use our mind to imagine positive things or negative things. We can use our emotions to make our life regress or also progress with that will, that passion, that burning desire. So everything in life is really a result of choices, of decisions that we make in each present moment. And it takes awareness and consciousness to choose rightly, to choose wisely, to choose happily. Usually when we are more relaxed, we can decide better. We are more creative. Sometimes anger and negativity influence our ability to make choices. In a negative manner. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Gently bring the knees back to center and then hug the knees to your chest. You can try to set up on the left side, placing a pillow, a prop. You can move your hips to the right as you slowly bring the knees down. You can support your legs. You can place bolsters in between the knees. You can bring your arms out to the sides or up and overhead. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. Try to let go of any negative energy and feelings. Try to let go of what does not serve you. Try to relax. Try to notice your physical body. Relax the feet. Relax the ankle. Relax the groin. Notice the rotation in your spine. Notice the arms, the neck, the face. Are you holding any unnecessary gripping, tension, hardness? Try to relax. Try to let go. See how you can make your life become lighter. See how you can rest your heart, your mind, your body. Just let go. As you let go, just allow your mind to go wherever they want. Allow the mind to wander, to relax, to generate ideas. Allow your mind to transition from that place of a busy, stressed mind into a more calm, grounded, tranquil mind. Whatever we're feeling, just give that space. Release. Allow your thoughts to drift. Just let go. Just watch the thoughts as they come, as they blossom, and as they go. Slowly bring the arms beside you. We'll gently bring the knees back to center. We'll hug the knees to our chest. You can place pillows under the legs, under the knees specifically. You can extend your legs as wide as your mat. Bring your arms beside you. Palms facing up. Let's take a rest in our Savasana. Can you slowly bring awareness back into your body? Can you gently introduce movements to your fingers and toes? Can you rotate your ankles and wrists? Can you move your head from side to side? And gently bring your arms up and overhead. Bring the legs together. Point the toes. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Can you bend your knees? Step the feet on the mat. Allow your knees to just come down on the left side. And then use your left arm as your pillow. Right hand just in front of your belly. And when you're ready, use your right hand. Slowly push your body to come up. We come into a comfortable seated position. Spine long in a dignified manner. But the body soft. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. It is always an honor. The light in me bows down to the light in you. And I wish you an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, all the good things to flow into your lives, into your hearts, into your homes. Please stay safe. Please stay strong. Namaste.